Alrighty people, just wandering around, picking up bits of scrap metal. Yeah, as you know, I've been doing a lot of bits of scrap metal and odds and sods. And even though I've been on welfare, in all honesty, I haven't been out there searching for jobs like mad until recently. Actually, last week I only put my resume in at 2 different places, but this week I've been going flat out and going to heaps of different places. And I went into a place on Thursday morning to get out there and industrial area in the city to go and hand me resume out door to door, walk to every one that I look at it and say, well, I reckon I could probably do some of the work in that place. Bang, go in, put my resume in, next joint, only to find that all the photocopies of the resumes I'd done on Wednesday night I'd left on the kitchen table, so it didn't work out. But it didn't really matter, because there's a place that I went to on Tuesday about lunchtime, and I got a call Thursday lunchtime and said, can you come down for a look at the joint and look at the job, and I'll talk about what it entails and all that on Friday morning. And today is Friday, and well, I've actually been working there all day today. Yeah, so we're back in a job. Oh yeah. He said to me, how many hours a week are you sort of looking for? And, there's talk the job figures are a little bit better than expected in the last week or so, but about 6 weeks ago they said, we've actually got the worst job figures we've had in 13 years. And China, I haven't really mentioned this in any financial videos, but their property bubble has burst. I heard that about 4 weeks ago, and apparently, they have quite a sharp decline, and it's sharper than all the economists have predicted it was going to be. And there's fears that it could lead to a recession here, as a bit of a follow-on effect, because we trade quite a lot with China. Anyways, I thought I can't really go asking for, you can't in this day and age anyway, go asking directly for a full-time job and expect to get one. So I said, I was sort of going based on, like, the vineyard job was $18 an hour, and the air radiators, the radiator manufacturer was $18.50 an hour, I think, and plastering, I think, was only $17 or $17.50 an hour or something like that. And I thought, I'll probably be getting $18.50 out of this job, so that I sort of went for 30 hours based on that. And he said, well, I can't give you 30, but I can guarantee you 25. And then, well, it turns out it's pretty all right pay. I don't know exactly. I can tell you that until you're 21 years of age, you're going to get paid less if you're under 21 than if you actually are 21. And there's a guy there who's 20 years old who's on $23.50 an hour. So, it's going to be more than $18 an hour, let's put it like that. So the fact that it might only be 25 hours a week doesn't matter for the fact that it's actually a higher hourly rate than I would have expected it to be, which is sort of good. But they also need... they've got nobody who lives close to the place. Nobody who works there lives close. They all live at least half an hour away. I live about 5 minutes away. And, they sort of want somebody who they can call on short notice if someone else calls in sick, that they can ring someone and know they'll be there within 5-10 minutes. And it looks like I might be that guy who, can fill in for them. The systems, it's actually a piggery. And the systems there, they're all very automated, and if it's anything like the chicken industry around here, which I assume it is, if anything turns to shit, they've got all these blooming like microprocessor on a dialer that's hooked into all the building systems, and if anything turns bad fast, they get a phone call, like if the shed where the battery hens are gets too hot due to ventilation fan breakdowns. They actually get a phone call with this recorded voice saying, temperature in shed number such and such is too high. And if they don't answer that phone, it just keeps ringing, and then starts ringing their cell phone, just so they know as soon as they answer it, bang, automated message. And the fact of the matter is, they've probably got that at this piggery, and if they get a call, they're bloody half an hour away, so it'll be likely that I might get a call and then just told to get down there and try and, as best as you can with your handyman skills, work out what the hell's going on, or ring us and we can guide you over the phone to try and get things temporarily sorted, until they can get there to try and fix them properly, sort of thing. Any other emergency sort of situations where things turn to shit and they need an extra pair of hands, quick, smart, whether it's equipment failure, not just people calling in sick, it's likely that I'll be called for that, because they've been looking for an employee who lives close so they can have somebody who can get to the place in a hurry. And, being 5 minutes away, that is one hell of an advantage to them, because they've never had anybody who's less than half an hour away from the place. That's sort of going to be a bit of a plus as a result. And in effect, that may end up bolstering my hours as well. But yeah, there's another lovely feature of this job. It's a great feature for me, and this crap hot water system that's stuck on one temperature that never seems to, obviously isn't hot enough for use in winter, and that is the fact that it's all biosecurity. Everything's got to be clean, including you. So you're required to have a shower as you enter the building. So they have showers in the place. And when you leave, well, most people dealing with pigs have a shower when they leave. What I'm trying to say is, every day I go to work, I get to have a nice warm shower as I leave the place, which means that I don't have to stuff ass around trying to light the wood hot water system, because I've already had a shower that day as I've left work. So that'll avoid, having to light the wood hot water system and wait and, for 45 minutes or whatever until the damn thing heats up. Because it usually, I think from memory, it takes about 45 minutes to heat the whole tank up. That is a fantastic perk of the job. I was going to sort of leave the announcement till a bit later before I told everybody, but it's one of these joints that's, some jobs you go there and you don't know if you're going to keep it because they're like cracking the whip the whole time. Everybody's on lemon tender hooks, so they're going to get fired for being too slow. It's not one of those joints. It's a pretty relaxed atmosphere, so I think it's going to work out quite well. And so that's why I thought I'd announce it now as opposed to give it a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's sort of... I haven't been in pigs before, but, I'll be in pigs now. It's not like most businesses. It's actually quite... the busiest day is Saturday. Not joking. Saturday is a full-on day, so I'll be going to that tomorrow, and it's one of these things where I'm most likely to work Saturday and quite likely Sundays as well. And that's another thing. Nobody else likes working Saturdays or Sundays, and there's people trying to get out of working Saturdays and Sundays, even though Saturday's the biggest day and Sunday's a reasonably biggish day too, particularly because nobody wants to work Sunday after they've worked Saturday. So I think I'll be working a lot of weekends, and then quite possibly Wednesday, maybe some Fridays, and on and off some Mondays. You know, so Wednesday and Fridays I'm likely to get off, and may or may not get Mondays off. But yeah, there we go. It'll sort of that's good, just to know that I'm going to have cash in my pocket again, and I won't have any welfare office people sinking the claws into me back or anything like that, because, well, I'm surprised they haven't sunk the claws in already, but I think once I hit the 6-month point, that's when they'll really sink the claws into me, and we're creeping closer to that point. But yeah, it might not matter now, and wish me luck and pray that it all works out for me, and I'm hoping it will, and it seems a pretty good joint actually, and yeah, so there you go. I should have another video up which will explain a few other bits and pieces involving the wood hot water system and whatnot, so you should see that tonight as well.